This is very serious because we were quite surprised, and there are many civilian victims. Many men, women, children either captured or killed. It's really awful. Over 700 dead. The number will go up still. I think it's not only intelligence failure, we also had a tactical failure in how to deal with this. The first response is to, and I'm not going to tell you that it's not a blunder. The first response was to stop it. In other words, to come to the region immediately and to kill or capture all of the people who are attacking our citizens. That's number one. That's coming to a close. The next stage will be the destruction of Hamas as an organization. It's not the Palestinian people. Its leadership, its infrastructure, all of its capacities, its rocket making. Up till now, we've found a way to coexist with them. And invasion of Gaza would involve tremendous damage and loss of life on all sides. At this point, we understand that we're going to have to take very harsh steps in order to defeat this organization. This incident took place, it broke out on Saturday, so we're now in day 3. Israel is almost done with containing the Hamas militants who exited. They're still fighting in about 6 places. The Israeli Air Force is already attacking Hamas installations within Gaza. And I think that as soon as we completely end the stage of the infiltration, we'll begin the next phase of the operation, which will be an attack on Hamas military organization. Israel's had many wars, but this is very serious because we were quite surprised, and there are many civilian victims. Many men, women, children either captured or killed. It's really awful. Over 700 dead. The number will go up still. And the great majority of them were non-combatants. They were just people who were shot down. It's a fact. We obviously had poor intelligence on this attack. That will have to be determined. We'll have to figure out, we'll have to understand our mistake. I think it's not only an intelligence failure, we also had a tactical failure in how to deal with this. I think that right now, within the Israeli Defense Ministry, the army, the government, we're focusing mostly on how we reverse this situation, how we deal with the fact that we have maybe 130 people who've been captured and are being held by Hamas. Some of those people are not alive. Some of them are bodies which are being held. But in any case, there's a significant number of hostages. We've seen pictures of it. Children, women, old people who are being held within Gaza, and we have to figure out how we deal with this situation and still fight Hamas, because the war aims are to destroy the military capacity of Hamas as an organization. And that I believe we will do. But we're not dwelling right now on why we made this mistake. I have my own ideas about it, but I don't think that I should share with the news media right now. I wouldn't go that far, but I will say that Hamas and Iran are very much coordinated. The leader of Hamas, the president of Iran, meet. We know that even though Hamas is Sunni Muslims and Iran is Shiite Islam, nevertheless, they share the same political ideology, which is militant Islam. Both of them believe that Israel should not exist. So it's clear, we know for a fact, the two organizations cooperate. What was the exact level of coordination on this attack? I'm not sure. First of all, I don't think that was the aim of the... Hamas basically is opposed to Israel's existence. Israel, in the last couple months and years, has been trying to improve the humanitarian situation within Gaza. We're allowing more and more laborers from Gaza to come and work in Israel. We supported the establishment of large projects which would create employment opportunity and would generate wealth within Gaza. But Hamas believes in the destruction of Israel. And I think this could easily happen whether we were making peace with Saudi Arabia or not. I do think that our relations with Saudi Arabia will become closer and closer. Eventually, Israel and Saudi Arabia will reach an agreement between them. I don't know exactly when. And the reason is because Saudi Arabia represents a moderate Sunni monarchy. They're threatened by Iran just like we are, and therefore our getting along and working out our differences is in both of our national interests. So I do believe that ultimately Israel and Saudi Arabia will find their way to an agreement. I don't know exactly when. It's very difficult. I have my youngest daughter is serving in the Air Force right now. My oldest daughter, her husband is leading a company right now and is very active. I can't go into it too much, but I know people, friends and relatives who are all mobilized. And Israel is not a professional army. It's like Korea. It's an army in which everyone is serving, but we're also very much dependent on our reserve force. And it will be a struggle of the whole nation. But I have no question that even though we had a bad beginning, I have no question that we'll have a successful end. And I'm worried about people who are very close to me, related to me, and who are, members of my family who are going to fight this war. But this is the story of Israel. It's the story of Israel. If we're not willing to do this, we won't exist.